Welcome to Om Times TV, a division of Om Times Media and Broadcasting. Welcome to the Enlightenment Academy, where the journey of discovering your inner magic begins. In a world filled with endless possibilities, we invite you to explore the depths of your being and unlock the mysteries of your true potential. Through insightful teachings, transformative practices, and enlightening conversations, we empower you to access the brilliance that resides within you. Join us as we embark on a path of self-discovery, empowerment, and spiritual awakening. Are you ready to tap into the infinite wellspring of magic within you? Here is your host, Venus Castleberg.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you for saying hello already. I am so grateful to have all of you here now and in the future. Whenever you're catching this replay, it's probably just the right time. Ever notice that? Like you're like watching something, hearing something comes across your feed and you're like, oh, I needed that. This is exactly what I needed. Hi, Bob. Nice to have you. So today, how do we communicate with our spirit guides? It's not as difficult as we make it. So, that being said, I am going to say that the number one reason that I have found that we are not connecting with our spirit guides or not communicating with them is simply because, one, we have not asked, and two, because we have walls and barriers that we think are protecting us, but they're just keeping us separate. So imagine if in real life you built a wall. How many beings, people, animals, energy, like how much could get to you? How much could you perceive? How much could you see? How much could you feel if you were behind walls and barriers? I mean, just think about like how you are in your house, right? There's lots of things going on outside your house. Your neighbors are walking by, dogs are barking, whatever, right? Motorcycles, cars going down the road. But when you're in your house, notice how most of that gets drowned out. You barely hear it. You barely feel it. You barely even know what's going on. Well, we've done this wonderful thing that we're taught, and I was taught it too, and it's not wrong. Please know that. And if you want to keep your walls and barriers, that's okay too. But I want to just invite you, just for now, just for this show. Hi, Victoria, welcome. To lower your walls and barriers. Destroy and uncreate them. Tear them down. It's okay. You built them. You put them up. If you want to pick them right back up when we're done, you can do that. But I want to just invite you to what's possible if you aren't trying to shield and protect yourself. I know I say this often, but you get it when you get it. You hear it when you hear it. That walls and barriers don't protect us. They keep us separate. And your awareness will be the safest thing for you. So if you lower your walls and barriers and you allow yourself to expand out and be aware of everyone and everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because there is still ugly stuff out there. But when you're willing to be aware of all of it, you know when you need to be somewhere or not. You know when you need to avoid that person or not. But you're also able to see the magic, see the miracle, see the possibilities. There's so much more magic out there than we allow ourselves to perceive or to be a part of or to hear or to feel, because we're filtering everything through oh, is this safe to receive? Is that safe to receive? Is that bad to receive? Is that good to receive? Right? So all of those judgments of good, bad, right, wrong, the good and the bad and the ugly, right? Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys, POVADs, meons. That's the clearing statement from Access Consciousness, and you can find out more at theclearingstatement.com. But it's just like a magic eraser, right? It's like letting go of like all these limiting beliefs that actually keep us from perceiving, feeling, knowing, talking, like hearing, seeing, feeling, all of the clairs, all of these abilities that you have. But if you're like, oh, that ability is good, that ability is bad, that, then you actually limit all of the things that you could receive. This also puts a cramp on your money flows, just in case you were wondering. So if you are not experiencing that fluid flow of money, there's something or someone or some energy that you're not willing to receive. Gary Douglas wrote a book, says money's not the problem, you are. Basically what it says is you don't have a money problem, you have a receiving problem. It's kind of the same with everything else. Like if you're lacking in communication or connection with the spirit realm, it's not that they're not there or that you're not gifted enough or you're not special enough. It's that somewhere, somehow, you limited what you could receive. And usually it happens in childhood. We almost all of us had experiences of astral travel, of spirit guides that were our imaginary friends, like all this stuff that our parents usually squelched. Like the minute you said it out loud, they were like, that doesn't exist. That's not possible. And so then you went, okay, parents say it's not possible. So I'm going to believe them and not trust me. I'm going to trust them and I'm going to shut it down. So all the places where you bought your parents' point of view about what was true, what wasn't true, what was appropriate, wasn't appropriate, what was okay for you to perceive and see, and what wasn't, can we destroy and uncreate that and return it to sender, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys, POVADs, and meons. So what are you aware of? What do you know? And how many of the spirit guides and maybe even spirit animal totems do you already know you have, but you've been somehow doubting yourself or discontinuing it because it doesn't make sense to other people or your parents wouldn't approve? I sometimes laugh at that when something comes up and I'm like trying to like make my dad proud of me. Well, my dad's dead, so, and I don't say that like nonchalantly. I do love him, but he's just not in his body anymore, right? But at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm trying to like live my life according to my parents instead of living a life that works for me, instead of being connected to the magic and the mysteries and the possibilities that is around us all the time. Interesting choice. And it's just a choice. So you can choose that or you can choose something different. So once again, let's lower all those walls and barriers, even the ones we don't know about. Push them down, pull them down, destroy and uncreate them. And expand out 100,000 miles in all directions. And just be aware. What are you aware of? Beings with bodies, beings without bodies, trees, houses, buildings, cars, right? All of it. It's all of it. Dark energies, bad moods, happy energies, bubbly fairies, kids. Just perceive all of it. Without a point of view, without a judgment, without a wall going up, going, I'm unsafe, because you're not unsafe. There's no one and nothing more powerful than you. So if an energy starts to come towards you that you don't like, or it has a dark energy, it's just like what you would do if you walked into a room and there was a dark energy or somebody was in a bad mood, you leave. You'd be like, okay, I'll catch you later. Same thing. This time you just tell them to leave. You're like, dark energy, yep, no, you're not welcome here. You have to go around. You have to go around me, but not from like a wall and barrier to protect you from them, and then they are going to hit a wall, right? Because whatever you resist persists. So you're pushing against, you're trying to keep them out, they're trying to get in, blah, blah, right? Instead of just being like, okay, it's just energy, let it flow. They can take a wide berth, it's okay, right? But if a dark energy did come through you or pass through you, it wouldn't matter. It's just energy. You might be wondering why I'm starting here, because your spirit guides are part of all of it. Not that they're necessarily the dark energies that you're aware of, but if you want to connect and communicate with them more clearly, you have to be willing to perceive all energies, not just the ones that you like, not just the ones that are just those. Now, that being said, you don't have to do anything with dark energies at all. Just be aware they're there. Sure. Everybody has a bad day, right? Hello, Amara. But you are the dominant energy. You are the power. And you get to say. But if you're willing to be aware of all of it, I want you to just now perceive your spirit team, maybe spirit animals, guides, coming forward. And all this other energy is going on, right? Life is happening. Birds are mating, having little birds. I don't know where my brain goes sometimes, but you get the gist, right? There's things happening. The birds and the bees are happening right now. But if you can just be like, oh, it's all of it, just perceive how much more, and you might not see them, but you might feel them. You might perceive them. You might just know they're there. You might hear them. You might even smell them. And for those of you getting a message in your inbox about a reading, please don't engage. That's not me or anybody I'm related to. So, sorry. I can't control that part, unfortunately. So Victoria says, I believe. Oh, and if you want to call in and ask me questions and talk to me, I'd love that. The number is 202-570-7057. So you can call me and ask me questions, get coaching, get facilitated. Any questions are welcome. So Victoria says, I believe I have spirit guides, that we are all connected in this amazing universe. Although I have not been able to hear my spirit guides, I just started to be open to all of this. Meditation, keeping sacred space, etc. I am open to any suggestions to connect. Awesome, Victoria. Yes, I will go over some of that. And we are in the second half of this show. We always do a guided visualization. And today I'm going to take you specifically through meeting your spiritual team. So I look forward to sharing that tool with you. But right now, just like, who or what are you aware of? Are there any animals in the world that you find especially drawn to? Like, do you always think of a black panther or think of a giraffe or think of I don't know why fish came into my mind, but a fish or a turtle right? So what is it that comes into your awareness that you're like, oh, is this? And then ask a question. And that's the other thing, is always being willing to ask a question and just be like, so is this a spirit guide? Or is this somebody just passing through? Is this somebody else's spirit guide? Is this my spirit guide? Right? Just questions to help you get more clear. And then thank you for saying that, Victoria, because I think that's a really common misconception or struggle that a lot of people have, is they think that they have to hear or see them, like they have to have a different gift than they already have, like a clair that they don't already have. So I became a clairvoyant medium when I was 30. Many of you know the story, but when it happened, I had a woman who had cried outside of my ear. She was a spirit who had passed. I learned two things in that moment. I learned that not all spirits were just happy when they left their body, but I also learned that I could hear audibly outside of my body, and I shut it down so fast, like it would have made your head spin, because I was like, nope, not happening. I was not going to be the crazy lady talking to voices outside my head. Unfortunately, in the beginning, then with my spirit guides and my team, they had to play charades with me, because they were like, here's a pendant, here's a symbol, so they were always showing me things that I could see because I wasn't willing to hear them. So you'll always get what you can handle in the moment. So if you're not hearing them yet, it's okay. Ask to be able to hear them, but then at the same time, start acknowledging how you are perceiving them, how you are receiving them, how they are coming through you. Some of you might be writers and journal. You might write things down. That's often spirit, right? The spirit energy. And that spirit energy includes your true self. You're not excluded from that. It's not like they're better than you and you're less than them. Absolutely not. You are as power and potent as they are, and they know things and you know things. So it might be your true self coming through, right? But you can start writing. That's one of the ways that you can start to hear that's a little different than like the audible, like, hi, how are you today? I'm good. How are you? And being grateful and acknowledging how they are showing up for you. And it might be like the most random things, like you might find feathers everywhere and but your spirit guides are saying hello when you find a feather. Like you just know it. That's claircognizance, right? So whatever of the gifts you have, be grateful for them, acknowledge them, and then go, okay, and how does it get better than this? What else is possible here? Can I also learn to hear? But letting go of the attachment to, or the like somehow you're doing it wrong because it's showing up for you different. You might just get feelings. I used to get this tingling on my shoulder. I still do sometimes, but they would really do this tingling on my shoulder when they needed me to pay attention. Like, you need to be paying attention. So we're going to like put our hand on your shoulder and you're going to feel it. And I was just like, it did. It got my attention for a while. And then sometimes I still ignore it, right? But then just pause, be aware, who's there, what do they want you to know? Maybe you'll hear it, maybe you'll see symbols, maybe you'll hear somebody in a coffee shop talking behind you, and you're like, I think that message is for me. They use somebody else around you to talk to you. It comes in so many different ways. But I know that the judgment, the comparison, the doubt are all things that keep you from developing and honing your skills stronger. So acknowledgement and gratitude will help it grow way faster than any judgment you could do. I hope that made sense. Thank you, Kimberly, for saying that. Turtle, somebody knows about turtle. Yeah. Please do not reply to any of the people trying to do readings for you. That's not me or connected to me in any way. So that is spam. Please delete them. That's awesome. I love that. Victoria says, okay, thanks. I do start my day and often throughout the day with immense gratitude for spirit and the universe. Absolutely. And then Kim says, yes, I still have the judgment even when I think I don't because it's so ingrained. Great. Thank you. Yeah, good job. Judgment even when, yeah. Well, and Kimberly, is that your judgment, right? Like, again, the judgments that we believe or that we've bought are taught to us by teachers, by parents, right? So just destroy and uncreate everywhere where you're buying it is real and true for you because somebody taught it to you. It's just their point of view that you bought. And you can easily just be like, okay, I destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, pun, online, shorts, boys, povads, meons. And yeah, whose life is it anyway, right? So are you going to live your life or are you going to live their life? Or the life that they wanted you to live? And this goes for everybody, like everybody in your life, your partners, your parents, your siblings. Just allow yourself to return it to sender and be like, okay, that's not mine. I choose a different life. I choose to tap into my powers. I choose to tap into my knowing, right? And be grateful for what I am aware of. Oh, and then doubting. I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm gonna challenge you with some home play. Accept it if you want. Throw it away if you don't. That if you are doubting something, it's probably true for you. Meaning doubting some sort of like download you're getting, or doubting some awareness, or doubting that are you from a dragon clan, or doubting that, you once were an alien. Whatever information that you are getting is probably true for you. That was interesting. I just got okay. I've found that if we're doubting it, it tends to be true. So think about it this way. When somebody told you that something that really wasn't true for you, you threw it away instantly, didn't you? Right? Like you instantly were like, I don't believe that. That's not true for me. Right? But for you, if you're like, I'm not really sure if I have these gifts, or I'm not really sure if I'm really aware, that's doubt. Doubt is judgment, right? But look at just see if it makes you feel lighter. Are the things that you're doubting actually true for you? Are they actually like really happening to you? Right? I did this Access Consciousness has this class called the Foundation class. I highly recommend it. Changed everything in my life. And it literally gives you the foundation for living, a foundation for every area of your life. And I was in one of my first foundation classes, and I found out during that class, and this isn't normal in every foundation class, but during that particular class, I found out that I had been remote controlling my body from another planet. Now you might be like, well, that's really weird, Venus. Yeah, sure. It's weird. It is. It's totally different. But I can't tell you how much more ease I had in embodiment when I stopped doing that and I came down and included my body and my being, right? But was I willing to see something that was weird and different, and that maybe most people, I've never even told that story to anybody, so there you go. Maybe most people wouldn't even know. But like the fact that I was like, I was so disembodied that then becoming embodied, it became a completely different experience. Now, did I have doubt? I was like, doubts, did that really happen? I was like, sure, I had lots of doubts. I was like, was I making that up? But I couldn't deny how I felt after I stopped doing it. So just start asking. Yeah. Thank you, Victoria. When you're doubting yourself, going, all right, is this actually true? Is this actually true for me? And then follow its light. If it's light for you, it's what's true for you. If it's heavy, then throw it away. It's a lie for you. But you'll know, right? Doubt is almost like this little, I don't necessarily believe in the devil. I know Lucifer was real, but we won't even get into that. But anyway, like it's almost like doubt is a being of its own, right? Just sitting there going, that's not true. You made that up. I bet you that's not real, like whatever. And then you're like, oh, maybe that little voice is actually true. Little secret on you. Any voice in your head that is negative, it is not you, and it is not your spirit guides. Your spiritual team will never talk down to you, will never judge you, ever. And the negative voices in your head are not you either. You are innately a light being of gratitude, love, light, ease, joy, glory, all of it. And so when you have that negative voice in your head, it's not yours. So then you could, again, like the dark energies, you have control. Just be like, no, that's not mine. Turn to sender. Let it go. Have it do a wide berth. Go around the long way. Right? So just play with it. See if doubt is actually real or if it's just a trick. Yeah, it could be your ego for sure. A trick of the ego, a trick of the mind, a trick of something else that's just outside of you that wants to somehow make you not realize how brilliant, talented, fabulous, and amazing you truly are. Thank you, everyone, for your comments and your questions. You're always welcome to call in every week, especially when I announce the phone number. I love talking to people live when you have a chance. But we're going to take a short break right now, and then we're going to come back and do a guided visualization specifically towards meeting and communicating with your spirit guides. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Times TV. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome forward, everyone. Something about that commercial gets me every time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those of you who had questions and commented. That was really awesome. We're going to dive in now to a guided visualization for meeting your spirit guides. And I invite you to find a comfortable seat or a comfortable place. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes. Probably just save this and listen to it later. That would be great. But being comfortable If that means sitting up just doesn't work for you, that's okay. You can lay down. And if you fall asleep, that's okay too. But then just go back to it maybe another time and see if you can stay conscious enough to cognitively have an awareness of your spirit guides and your connection with them. So breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in a little bit deeper, exhale out. Breathe in a little bit deeper, exhale out. And just relax. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your hips and your waist, relax your legs, all the way down to your feet are softened and relaxed. From the crown of your head to the tip of your fingers and the tip of your toes, just relax. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. And you see yourself on a trail out in nature somewhere. It can be a trail that you walked many times, or it can be a trail that is just here in your mind's eye right now. But imagine that there are trees and bushes around the trail. Maybe the trail is worn down well. Maybe it's not. Maybe the trail is very light and very few tread down it. Just allowing yourself to relax with every breath. Breathe in, breathe out. And then let's lower all the walls and barriers, even the ones we don't know about. Push them down, pull them down, destroy and uncreate them. Breathe in, breathe out. And I'm going to count back from 10 to 1. As you walk down the path, you just notice how vibrant the colors are. Notice the smells in the air. Breathe in, exhale out. 10, 9. Breathe in, exhale out. What are the sounds that you hear? Do you hear the birds? Do you hear the branches crack? 8, 7, breathe in, breathe out. Seeing yourself walking through this trail out into a clearing. 5, breathe in, breathe out. 4, 3, breathe in, breathe out. And as you come into this clearing, you begin to see all of your spirit guides. 2 and 1. Breathe in, exhale out. And just allow yourself to connect with the first one you see. And let that spirit guide, it can be a being, humanoid looking, alien, could be an animal, whatever it is, just allow that being to come forward. For when it reaches out to touch you. And it has a telepathic communication for you that may come in words or senses or just knowing. Receive that information now with ease. Breathe in, breathe out. And when you've received that knowing, that communication, maybe in words, but also maybe just that feeling inside. Maybe they show you with some gestures if you can see them. Breathe in, breathe out. And while there are many spirit guides here, some of them are here with you always, some come and go. You always have an inner circle. There may be a lot of them in this field today. We're just going to connect with a few. Breathe in, breathe out. Knowing that you can come back to this anytime and meet with more of them, or meet with some of them again if you feel called to do that. Breathe in, breathe out. If you feel your walls and barriers start to go up, somehow feeling unsafe, lower them more and more and more. And feel the profound love and gratitude that these beings have for you. How proud of them they are of you. How much they love you. How much they're cheering you on. How much they're supporting you. Supporting every step you take. As if you were a child learning to walk. They are there, helping you. Softening the blow a little bit when you fall. Helping you dust yourself off and get back up. And keep going when you think you can't keep going anymore. They have your back. They know your asks. They are at work for everything that you've ever asked for. Bringing it to you. They know when you're sad. They know when you're happy. And while spirit guides will never interfere with your life, they are always here to help us and contribute to us when we ask. So maybe there's something in your life that you've been trying to figure out on your own, or or trying to get over on your own, and you've never asked for their help, their contribution to get through this struggle, this hard time, this difficulty. Or maybe you've wanted to write a best-selling book or do painting better than Van Gogh. You can ask your spirit guides for that as well. They will contribute to you. They will gladly create with you if you ask. But the first step is to ask. Perhaps you'd like to get to know your spirit guides. All you have to do is ask. Would it be possible to get to know you better? Can we have more time together? Can we connect more often? And they will gladly do so. They have simply just been waiting for you to ask. Here for you always in whatever way that you desire, and your biggest fans as you live out your life. Maybe something in your business isn't going the way that you'd like it to go. Ask for the contribution. Ask for them to help turn your luck around. It's not really luck, but you might be thinking it's luck. And just relax and receive. What is your spirit guide wanting you to know? Just allow the information to be downloaded. Maybe it's clear, maybe it's not. That's okay. Maybe it will become clear. But trust in what you're receiving. However you're receiving it, trust in that telepathic connection that is always there. And you can just know what they're saying, what they're feeling, what they're desiring to tell you. Just as they know what you're desiring. They even know things that you haven't been willing to ask because you don't think that you'll receive them. Would you be willing to ask for them now? To receive them now? If you feel your walls and barriers going back up, lower the walls and barriers even more. Perceive and feel their love for you, their gratitude for you, their appreciation for you. And how happy they are to be here with you right now, communicating with you in this way, however it's showing up. and let it in. Let yourself receive the messages, the information, the downloads with ease. Let yourself feel whole, perfect, and complete, exactly the way you are and exactly the way you're not. And then you hug this spirit guide and thank them for being here for you. Thank them for talking to you. Thank them for supporting you. And as they go back to your inner circle, notice how being in all of their presence is like being in this big warm hug. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then allowing yourself to scan the crowd or scan the circle of beings around you. And there's another being that you're drawn to today that steps forward that would really just like to give you a hug, as if that being has been waiting for this hug for a very long time. And they too have a telepathic message for you that you receive in your own unique way. Allow it to come through clearly. And this guide also has something it wants to show you. So allow it to take you to something it wants you to perceive. You might see it, you might feel it, you might just know what it is. Allow yourself to be guided with trust and knowing that everything is for your highest and best good. You might find yourself floating in a lake, or opening a present, or seeing something that you've never seen before. Or maybe it's a confirmation of something that you were doubting and now you're clear. Oh, this is true. This is real. I wasn't making it up. Like every time you get kissed on the nose by a fairy, and every time you feel a being standing next to you, holding your hand, putting their hand on your shoulder. All just confirmations that they're there with you always. And sure, some spirit guides come and go as needed. Sometimes you need more of them for something you might be going through, or some of their specialties are helping you through difficult times, helping you through challenging times. So they'll be there when you're going through some challenges, only to find you stronger and better for it on the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, exhale out. And when you've seen what your spirit guide wants you to see, you hug again with this immense gratitude and love for each other and acknowledgement of each other, that you see each other, that you know each other are there. Whether you see them or hear them or not, you know it by how you feel, by the butterflies in your stomach, by the tingling on your arm. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Thanking all of your spirit guides for coming to this sacred place today. This place where you can connect with them all. Thank them all for their contribution to your life. And if you like, if you have an ask for your life, would you go get me more clients? Would you go get me more friends, playmates, money, whatever it is you're asking for? Ask them to help bring it to your life. Ask your true self to show you where it all is. Breathe in, exhale out. And I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. You see yourself walking back up the path that you came down on, still noticing the earth beneath your feet. Breathe in, exhale out. 5. Breathe in, come aware of your body. Exhale out. Breathe in, including your body and your being. Exhale out. 2, 1. Slowly coming back. Present moment. Remembering everything and knowing that you can connect with them at any time. Don't even have to do a guided visualization like that. You could literally just sit down and start talking. And maybe have a pen and paper handy so that they can talk back to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I am so grateful for you all. See you next week. We have some special guests plural. We have many coming next week. So I look forward to seeing you all next week and our guests that are going to come on with me. Thank you.